Hello everyone! This episode is long, but it's divided in many chapters. That way you can watch one chapter per day if you don't have the time to watch it in one sitting. Enjoy the show! The link of each chapter will be in the video description.
Hard man Canada, you have to practice. Do 3,000 reps. Yes, Docolocolo. Now I will train you for combat. We will do punch training.
Ouch! I think you broke my bones. You are crazy.
Stop crying. It's just a scratch.
Hello, I am Hardman Canada and I can speak with my telepathic powers because of my mustache. My topic today is about the favorite final level music of my fans. To refresh your memory, here's a flashback of one of the videos I made 11 months ago.
To take over. Voici un message pour tout le monde qui regarde mes vidéos depuis des années. Here's a message to everyone who watches my video for many years. Ceci s'applique aussi aux nouveaux abonnés à cause d'un moustache. This also applies to my new subscribers because of my mustache. Merci beaucoup au fond de mon cœur pour tous ceux qui apprécient mes vidéos. Je vous fais un gros merci. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for those of you who watches my video. And also thank you for those of you who truly appreciate my video. Ceci me rend vraiment plaisir de vous faire plaisir. It makes me happy to make you guys happy. Et puis, mon plan pour mai 2023 est va être à propos des top 20 meilleures musiques du dernier niveau. Et mon idée a rapport à ça. And my plan for 2023 is about the top 20 best final level music in video game, and this is my idea. Voici mon idée. This is my idea. Partagez avec moi votre musique du dernier niveau préféré avec une description qui explique la raison pourquoi vous aimez cette musique. Comme ça, je vais le partager dans ma vidéo. Tell me what is your favorite final level music and give me a description of why you love this music. Comme le choix sera difficile, partagez avec moi un maximum de 2 musiques. Et la date limite sera le 30 avril 2023. Because it's going to be a very difficult choice, you will be allowed to share with me a maximum of 2 music, and the deadline will be April 30th, 2023.
I will also share with you my 21st favorite last level music. For the preparation of this video, I listened to the music of the last level of almost all the video games I played in my life, and this greatly influenced my final choice. This video will be long because I will share the favorite final level music of my fans. It was impossible to do this video in less than 30 minutes, but it will be divided into several chapters. That way, you do not have to watch it in one sitting. The full title of the music will be presented in each music that I will present. By the way, my guardian angel gave me beautiful clothes for this occasion, and he promised me that no one will attack me during this episode. Docolocolo protected me against the forces of evil many times in the past, even if he gets on my nerves. This is my number 21. This is the music of Bellman's theme. This is an extraordinary music that gives you the courage to persevere in a very difficult game. In some games of the series, it is the music of the first level, like in Castlevania 4. In some games, it is the music of the final boss. In some games, it is the music of the final form of your main character, like in Castlevania Bloodline. And in Castlevania Chronicles, it is the in the game of Castlevania Chronicles, it is the music of the last level. Honestly, I thought Simon Bellman's music will be my number 1, but I changed my mind after re-listening to almost all the final level music from almost every video game I played in my life.
Shadow Legends.
Before continuing this video, I will make you my publicity of Raid Shadow Legend.
Army Canada, stop this ad right now, or someone will die. This ad is very annoying.
But I was sponsored by them.
There is no excuse. If you do it again, someone will die with my new fatality.
Whoa. Calm yourself, Goro. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Now this is the favorite final level music of my friend NGNL. Me and NGNL, we go to local Street Fighter 6 tournament together. We play local fighting game together. I think I have to go with Twilight of God from the game Fire Emblem Heroes Shadow of Valentia. I think RPG tend to be rated extremely highly because you have a lot of time just to listen to it without needing to focus on something else. This one in particular I enjoy because each unit you bring into the fight, you have a maximum number of deployable units, will give you a few lines to the final boss that summarize their character but also their journey to reach this point. It also gives a theme a unique personal feeling. The unit you deployed, you are likely to differ from others.
死んで。
Here is my top 20. This music is called Still in the Dark from Guilty Gear X. This is the music of the second to last final level in the story of Milia Rage, where she fights against her rival. This music is a masterpiece. It gives the perfect atmosphere for a fierce competition. This music represents the competitive spirit where respect of your opponent is important. This music gives me the motivation to train, to improve in fighting game. Training for neutral game, spacing, combos, anti-air, counter-attack and so on. This music makes you understand that a fight is also a mental fight between two opponents. When you analyze why you lost in a fight, you will become stronger once you learn from your mistakes. When I hear this music, it makes me want to dance. On top of that, this music comes back in modern Guilty Gear games.
Duel 1. Let's rock!
On top of that, there is also a vocal version of this sensational music. This is my favorite music from the series and I do not feel guilty about it. My top 19 is Scene of Carnage from the game Columns 3. After beating the final boss, you will fight against the secret final boss if you have fulfilled the condition to have the good ending. He is a very difficult boss and you feel his immense power through this music. The Sphinx is the best player in Column in the world. No one was able to beat him for the past 4,000 years, and it shows. Out of all Column games I played in my life, I'm able to beat the secret final boss of every Column game. Everyone except this one, Columns 3. The Sphinx is so difficult, you have no idea. You may laugh at me, but I've never ever been able to beat him in the past 15 years. Never, ever. Never in my life. He is literally impossible to beat. This epic music makes you feel sorry for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. What makes this boss impossible is that you have to beat him in the best of 3, and in the American version his artificial intelligence is set to the maximum in the last round, and he begins to fight for real if you manage to survive enough to beat him to reach the last round with him. I like this music because he made me suffer so much for so many years. I know it's a real reason to like this music, but I'm telling the truth. If I ever beat him one day, I will make a huge celebration party and I will invite all of my family to a restaurant. This is the top 2 music of my fan Starreb. Top 1. My favorite final level music in a video game is Quickly Difficult from the game of Puyo Puyo 2 for the Sega Saturn, because once you made it far enough to make it to Shizu and Ryu, the battle music changed into a badass music so good that even if your opponent is very strong, you will appreciate the battle because the music is so good. I love the music of Mr. X Castle from the game of Mega Man 6 because the atmosphere of the final stage is epic, and I never played that game. I only saw my brother playing this game and I felt the epicness of the final level.
I am Docolocolo, the guardian angel of Heartman, Canada. This is the neighborhood of Heartman, Canada. I'm watching this territory to make sure that no one comes to attack him today. I am the strongest angel in the world, but my boss, Angel Gabriel, is the strongest angel in the universe. I am almost as strong as him in my final form, Super Docolocolo. I protected Hardman Canada many times in the past against a lot of bad guys. I made a promise that no one will attack him while he is sharing the favorite music of his fans.
Number 18. Imperial Ship Cruiser. In the Sega Dreamcast version of Evolution, the music of the final level is called Imperial Ship Cruiser. This is the warship of the final boss. I really appreciate this music because the style of this music change and the style of the dungeon change. Normally in this game you explore dungeons in a randomly generated dungeons with a relaxing music style. But on the final level, the music style changed into an action music in a fixed dungeon with very strong enemies. The game is telling you that playtime is over. Although the final boss of all RPG I've played in my life, the final boss of this game was the toughest, and this music gives the hint that you are going to have the toughest fight in your life. I made a video about the final boss of this game a few years ago, and I highly recommend you to watch this video if you want more detailed. Number 17. Fancy Fight of River City Girls. The music of the last section of the city gives you the impression that you are in enemy territory. The title of this music is called Fancy Fight, which means an elegant fight. The game used a classic music to show you the elegance and beauty of the giant mansion, the territory of the final boss. Using classical music in a beat-em up game is weird, but they found a way to make it work. The musical talent of the compositor is phenomenal. The Fancy Fight is a remake of the music of the last level of River City Girl Zero. In the original version, you can hear that the music style was inspired by classical music that uses a piano.
Okay, I got away with blocking that.
These are the two favorite music of Ernie. Yes, I have my two final level music. For my two final level music pick, I found myself looking toward two recent tunes. Rowa Labyrinth from Yakuza Like a Dragon, Yakuza 7, and Final Destination from Lost Judgment. My favorite music from this franchise, with great music everywhere, is almost always a long battle segment where you're running between many battles uninterrupted. In both these games, they save the best for the final dungeon when the tension is the highest and the enemy are the deadliest. I also think it's interesting how different these two games are. Turn-based RPG versus action game, ball out action. But their soundtracks can create a cohesion across genre lines. The best final level music making me want to replay the entire game just to experience the level again. Despite the length of Yakuza Like a Dragon and Lost Judgment, I cave those final gauntlet of enemy and sick music all the time.
Stimulants of some kind.
Yep, there's definitely a mini-boss ahead. Show me what you got. Well, let's go. Take this. You're in for it now.
I'm not backing.
Number 16. Final of Puyo Puyo. Final of Puyo Puyo is the music of the last level of Puyo Puyo 1. Puyo Puyo is a puzzle game with cute characters with happy music. But once you reach the final boss in the last level, the music tune changes into a music of the final battle of a shonen anime. At the last level, the game is so fast that you only have 0.5 seconds to take a decision to place your Puyos. Not only you have to learn to think fast, you also have to fight against a tough opponent. Having lived this experience when I was a beginner in Puyo game, it was an unforgettable moment in my life, and that's why I love this music. This music appeared in several Puyo game and Sega game.
Hee. I'm Martin the Robber. I'm going to sneak into Hardman Canada's house to knock him out with a metal bar. After that, I will steal his rare games to sell it. He has a lot of rare games like Last Bronze, Mega Man Game Gear, and Cotton 100%.
Hey you, what are you doing in front of Hardman Canada's house? You are very suspicious.
I'm a plumber. I'm a plumber. I came to fix this sink for Hardman Canada.
Stop lying! Luigi came last week to fix the sink.
Filthy robber, don't come back. If I ever see you again, someone will die.
Oh no! My plane failed. I'm going to run away.
Number 15, Yakuza 4, For Faith. A unique thing in Yakuza 4 is that the last level is not a dungeon like any other Yakuza game, like in the game of Yakuza 0 or Yakuza 7. But the last level in Yakuza 4 is a boss rush mode. In the last level, each of the 4 main characters fight against their rival as a final boss in several difficult fights. In this situation, the music of the last level is also the music of the final boss. The music for Faith has several versions. The version of the music changes depending on the character you control. I cannot show you the gameplay of the last mission because it contains heavy spoiler about the story and about the identity of the final boss. But I can tell you this. I like this music because in the last part of the last mission, you fight against more than 200 enemies and they are among the strongest enemies in the game. Just like what Ernie told us, the Yakuza series always keep the best music for the last dungeon, and this music for Faith increases the tension of the difficult fight. I'm going to refresh your memory to clarify that the music that me and my fans are presenting to you guys are the music of the final level. On the other hand, the music of the second to last level is also acceptable because it represents the last section of the game. Depending on the game, the concept of the final level is different. For example, the music of the last mission in an adventure game, the music of the last dungeon in an RPG, the music of the last secret level for the true ending, the last battle music in games that have random battles, the music of the last world map, and in certain situations, the music of the last level is equivalent to the music of the final boss, just like in fighting games. Here's the favorite final level music of my subscriber, Josh the Human. Bye bye there, Pizza Tower. And Josh the Human, thank you very much for your contribution.
It was nothing. You helped me to improve the security of my castle since the day Mei Ling humiliated me. To win a fight, we need to exploit the weakness of your opponent. With that, you can beat enemies stronger than you. Each person has a different type. For example, Bigfoot Chitty Sasquatch is an ice type, is weak to fire. You, Homonid Botanic Sasquatch, you're a grass type, and you're weak to fire. Docolocolo is a light type, and is weak to darkness. I'm a flying dark type, and I'm weak to electricity. The War Machine is a steel type and is weak against fire. Sakuraba is a spiritual type and is weak against ghosts. Hardman Canada is an electric type. An earthquake can finish him off. Remember, you're grass type, so you resist electricity, and yesterday I taught you how to use earthquake. You have the advantage.
Number 13. Meteor Server for Mega Man Star Force 3. The final dungeon music for Mega Man Star Force 3 represents the final chapter in the Mega Man Star Force trilogy. It gives us the impression that it's the grand finale of the series. This music is really emotional because you feel a pride because of the character development of Mega Man. This version of Mega Man is called Mega Man Star Force. In this universe, Mega Man is a superhero with a secret identity.
Change your wave frequency.
Can't believe I made it. This is the coolest.
So you single-handedly saved my life?
Are you hurt?
No.
Who the heck is that guy? I'm wondering the same thing.
It's back in red!
What the?
Go get him, Mega Man! He's so amazing!
Not so fast!
Oh, Mega Man!
In the first game, Mega Man didn't want to make friends.
But going to class and making friends is a valuable part of learning how to be a successful adult.
Making friends?
Right. Friends who are there for you when you're in trouble or when you're sad. Buddies you can count on.
No, thank you. I don't need friends. I'm fine.
But in the third game, Mega Man changed his mind and now has a lot of friends. In the first game, the cops were trying to arrest Mega Man because of a misunderstanding. But in the third game, he finally made peace with the police.
Mega Man, wow!
You were called Mega Man, huh? Well, you're under arrest. I'm taking you downtown, Mega Man.
Okay.
Mega Man. So are you a friend or a foe?
In the first game, Mega Man did not smile. But by the third game, he smiled very often. When we reach the end of the third game, Mega Man have so many positive changes that he became a completely different person. We see a huge character development in this version of Mega Man. At the last dungeon, we arrive at the moment we all been waiting for since the first game. To avoid a spoiler, I cannot give you all the details, but all I can tell you is that Mega Man must face the monster that killed his father and found out what happened to his father. The father of Mega Man died before the event of the first game. It's a very important event that we anticipated since the first game, and the music does not disappoint us. In addition of that, if you fulfill the condition to have the real ending, you will hear the music of the real last dungeon. This music is very deep because it's a remake of the title screen music of the first game. The first time I listened to this deep music, I started to cry because I understood that it was the last chapter of the story. This music is a way to make us feel emotion, and this music did a good job. These are the favorite final level music from Alex. My top 2 final stage / boss theme are followed. Number 1, Jet Set Radio Future, Grace and Glory, BB White Remix. The closing track to my favorite video game soundtrack set up the fight perfectly. It begins with an eerie sounding a cappella segment which, along with the dark and somewhat chaotic environment, let the player know that something is in the store. Then a pulsing rhythm kicks in and the player is set off to do battle. I love that this track maintains the energy of the rest of the game but managed to come across as more intense and less playful. Number 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Death Egg Robot. Another intense sounding track which perfectly reflects the tense moment of the final battle. In order to reach this fight, Sonic has already defeated Mecha Sonic with Zero Ring, and any failure means the end of the fight. In a series which is known for its high speed and frantic action, this fight challenged the player's patience and timing in a way that is very tense and is well reflected by the track. The driving persecution beats and siren sounding effect let the player know that this is the final test. Here's my top 13. Street of Rage remix from the game of Street of Rage 2. This techno music is called Street of Rage remix, the music of the last level in the game of Street of Rage 2. This is the best music of the entire series, and it is a good way to express the climax of the story because this music is also the music of the title screen. In old game, when the music of the last level was the same as the music of the title screen, the game indicates that you have reached the end. The first time I reached the last level, I was pleasantly surprised to learn that the music of the title screen was also the last level, and that what made this music very epic because it gave us a sense of familiarity in enemy territory. Number 12, Earth and Sea from the game of Shenmue. My top 12 is Earth and Sea from the game of Shenmue. It's an open world game with mission segment, mini game segment, combat segment and quick event segment. This is the music of the fight segment of the game, and you can hear it when you fight against your rival.
losing. Lose to you? Go down before you get hurt.
But once you reach the second to last final mission, before you fight against the final boss, you hear the complete version of the music for the first time. Listen to this.
All tuckered out, are we? Watch yourself!
It's a deep moment of the game because the goal of the main character is to face the person who killed his father, and when you hear that the music of the last combat segment is the complete version of the music, you understand that you have reached a critical moment in the story. In addition to that, during the last combat segment, you fight against a huge army of bad guys while you team up with your rival after a touching moment that made me cry for the first time. Furthermore, this is one of the most difficult battles of the game, with some of the toughest enemy of the game, and the music reflects that perfectly. It's a touching moment in the story. This moment is so touching because you finally made peace with your rival. The first time I made it this far, I cried because I was moved by this situation. Number 11. Gravity Rush, Trump Card. Gravity Rush is an open world game where you control a superheroine who has the power to control gravity. Her superhero name is Gravity Rush, but her real name is Cat. In missions that have combat segment, we use this music. But during the combat segment of your last mission, before you fight against the final boss, we use this music, Trump Card. This heroic music has a very important meaning because during your last mission, you protect the population by fighting against wave of several enemies. Some are among the strongest enemies in the game, and this music represents the last mission of a heroine because your character has understood the sacrifice she must make to become a superhero. She understood that there will always be a part of the population that will treat her like garbage because she is an orphan who lives in a poor neighborhood. She never had a chance to go to school like children from a family of a higher social class. She lives in the sewers. In this world, your social class does not change even if you suddenly wake up with superpowers one day. A touching thing is that during this mission, she will finally make peace with her two rivals, Unica and Raven, who also have extraordinary abilities. Unica and Raven were fierce rivals who caused Gravity Rush a lot of trouble during her adventure, because of the difference of opinion in how to use their powers. But during the last part of the last mission, these three girls forgave each other and teamed up to fight against the final boss, who was too strong to fight alone. To avoid spoilers, I cannot show you the final boss. Trump card is an expression to express a surprise element that gives you the advantage in a fight. The power of friendship is the surprise element to beat the final boss in this game. This phenomenal orchestral music reminds me of a national theme song of a country.
Canada is absolutely hungry, mustache war, Quebec, Canada. I'm going to win everyone in this party because I am jealous. Even if he is more handsome than me. The other day in a restaurant, the girl who rejected me went to talk to Hardman, Canada.
Hey you, why are you trying to break down the door of Hardman, Canada?
Get out of my way, or else I will beat you.
As you wish.
Nice specialty. Real power.
You are really strong. I have no choice. I have to run.
Hi Docolocolo, I see that you are working hard.
Hello sakuraba, it's a pleasure to see you.
I have an important message. Your boss, Angel Gabriel, had a vision that you die from an anti-angel magic. As a solution, he lends you his credit card so that you can buy 20 giant candies. He told me that you'll know what to do when the time comes.
Giant candies? I do not understand his logic, but I will obey him because I trust him. Thank you for the information.
This is BroverShield. He loves first-person shooters and racing game. He is currently creating his own game, a racing game.
Project Accelerator is a fan-made racing game directly inspired by Hot Wheels accelerating movies. In this series about the genius scientists who discover an alien artifact that create portal allowing anyone to enter to be transported to different realms created by racers. The game will create the fast-paced driving with a roller coaster like tracks modeled after what is seen on screen. Project Accelerator features several playable vehicles with each special abilities, numerous uniquely designed realms with varying hazard, and a quick power-up that can be unlocked by mastering each world. Connect enough of them to unlock the ultimate challenge, the ultimate race. Yeah, my friend is a video game developer, and he's currently creating a game called Project Accelerator because of my mustache. I realized that I play so much racing game that I cannot think of any boss music game that I played. I am no way a fan of Halo 4, but that last battle music got me going. The Halo series was all about self-sacrifice, that in face of annihilation, anything is considered acceptable. At the end of the game, the chief becomes trapped in a vessel whose focus is to eradicate the human race from the galaxy. When the vessel closes in on the planet Earth, the chief, seeing the UNCS forces getting torn to shreds, concludes that he will have to be the one to detonate the nuke manually inside that ship. I love that the music is a mix of sad and adagio and upbeat, glorious, uplifting symphony symbolizing selflessness and honor of giving yourself to protect the others. Number 2, Mass Effect 2. Number 2, Mass Effect 2, The End Run. It is the end music of the last mission of Mass Effect 2. You have made a bunch of decisions throughout the game, and in that very moment, all of your decisions will decide the fate of each member of your crew and if you yourself also survive the mission. You know what? I noticed that you didn't put the music of Mass Effect 3. It's like in your eyes Mass Effect 3 does not exist. Top 10 Mega Man Extreme 2 Final Level. My top 10 is the last level of Mega Man Extreme 2 on the Game Boy Color. The title of the music is simple. It's called Final Level, which means the last level. This is the 8-bit version of the X-Hunter music from Mega Man X2. But this is the 8-bit version, and the 8-bit version have a special place in my heart. In this game, you control Mega Man X or Zero. There are multiple endings, but you only control one of these two characters depending on the ending. But if you manage to unlock the path for the true ending, you will unlock the last secret level and you can fight against the secret boss to get the good ending. In the last secret level, you'll be able to use Mega Man X and Zero at the same time. You change characters by pressing the select button. This concept was later used in Mega Man X7 and Mega Man X8 as the main gimmick of the game. Mega Man X is weak, but he has a very good defense and he can attack enemies from a distance. Zero is very strong, but he does close up attack, and he have a very weak defense. In the last secret level, you have to use everything you learn during your adventure of the other ending
and you have to master these two characters to survive. You will fight against the strongest enemy, and they are some of the most difficult platforming segments in the game. Depending on the section, you have to use the most suitable character to survive. This action music makes us feel the tension of the last level, which gives the perfect atmosphere to test your limit. I cannot show you the secret final boss because it's going to be a huge spoiler, but I can tell you this: the secret final boss can change color. When he turns blue, only Mega Man can hurt him, and when he turns red, only Zero can hurt him. In Mega Man Extreme 2 is among the best Mega Man game, because during the final boss fight, you need to use your teamwork, and Mega Man X and Zero must work together to defeat the secret final boss to save the world. The gameplay and the music of this game is excellent. Mega Man Extreme 2 is among the best Mega Man game. But as the game was released toward the end of the Game Boy's lifespan, this game is not very popular, and it was not included in the recent Mega Man X collection. Final Confrontation. My top 19 is the music that is called Final Confrontation from the game of Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright. It is an adventure visual novel game. It is a crossover between the Ace Attorney series and the Professor Layton series. In the Ace Attorney series, you control a lawyer who defends his client in court. In the series of Professor Layton, you control an archaeologist who solves puzzles with his assistant. This game is a crossover between the two series. Phoenix Wright, Maya Fey, Professor Layton, and Luke were summoned into another world, a world where magic exists. Throughout your adventure, you solve mysteries while defending clients in court and solving puzzles. I cannot show you the gameplay of the last chapter because it contains spoilers, but I can tell you this: during your last mission, you will have a final confrontation against the true final boss. The final boss is a formidable opponent. In this game, it is not a fight of physical strength, but a fight of intelligence. If you fail, you will not return to your home world. During this epic battle of intelligence, you defend your last client. As you progress, you will cross-examine against the final boss, and at the same time, you play a deadly puzzle game against the final boss. On top of that, you often find yourself in a desperate situation when the final boss presents a good argument against your counter-argument. This epic music perfectly depicts the desperate situation while you fight against the final boss with elements from both series. A courtroom battle and puzzle battle at the same time. Of all the visual novel game I played in my life, it was the most epic final mission music. If you can really feel that the situation became serious. On top of that, the final boss can use magic. Because of course he can. He's the final boss. He can cheat, but we cannot. These are the two favorite final level music of Hubert. After that there is Phantasmagoria of Flower View Judgment in the 60th year fate of 60 years. Obviously I had to put a music from the Two Who series somewhere. This one have a slow start, but it is serious. But later the music will enter an epic segment. The segment with the zoom trumpet. The music fits the final boss perfectly because she is fun and hard at the same time. This makes me nervous each time I fight this boss, but it makes me nervous in a good way. In a way that makes me laugh like a maniac. It is never easy to choose a favorite music because there is a lot of choices. But by re-listening the final level music of all the games that I've got, I had no choice to choose the level of Mr. X from Mega Man 6. Compared to other Mega Man games, this music may not be the most epic or the one that have the announce of the arrival of the final boss, but this music is so good that I cried because it touched my heart. Top 8 Snow Brothers Final Level. My top 8. This is Snow Brothers, an arcade game that had many ports to the console version over the years. This game is very popular in Japan. The final level of the normal ending of the Genesis version of Snow Brothers is one of the best final level music I've ever heard in my life. It's incredible. The feeling of this song is amazing. Once you reach this point of the game, with this music, the epicness of this music is saying to you that playtime is over and you will have the fight of your life. Only the music before this moment had a happy sensation, but the music of the final level gives you the impression that the fight became serious. My mustache is crying because of this wonderful music. This music makes you understand that this is more than a game. It's a legend. Unless you play the game, you cannot understand the wow factor of this music. Top 7. The music you heard in this music console is called Never Surrender from the game of Tales of the Abyss. It's from the Tales of the Abyss game. When you are in the last chapter, the battle music changes and become this glorious music which indicates that you have reached the last chapter and you must never give up on your mission. Motoi-san, the man dressed in black who plays the piano and is the musical genius who created this fantastic music. For more than 30 years, several video game companies hired him to make music for RPG games. He composed music for several games like Star Ocean, Dark Souls, Golden Sun, Shining Force, Valkyrie Profile, Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Eternal Sonata, and so on. He is an S-rank musical genius who surpassed legends like Beethoven, Vivaldi, and Mozart together. Because Motoi-san has a natural talent for converting our emotion into video game music, an important talent for RPG game where storytelling is important, we hired him. This encouraging music returned in modern Tales games like Tales of Arise and Tales of Berseria.
Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try. Perfect mayhem!
Here's true! Master! Here's true!
Military veil!
Master!
You're wide open!
Thermal skewer! Looks like you're gonna be put on ice! They're surrounding us!
On your knees. A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Freeze
Now are those rocks its skin? Benediction light.
Prepare to be freed!
Look out, flyer! No orbit! Stop
Let
me!
a marksman handle it. Remind me to stay on the...
All yours!
Alright! There! And again!
Tear you apart!
Mega Ray!
Another incantation ruined.
This music makes any fight more intense. This music is so good that if a Goomba and a Motobag, two weak characters, fight with this music, it will become one of the most epic fights in gaming history.
Yes, ma'am. I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Step back. This one's all law.
the honorable mention. Here's my honorable mention. I know. A normal person makes their honorable mention before making the top one, but not me. I'm sure that you all learned that with me, Hardman Canada, you must expect the unexpected. And then I know everyone will forgive me because of my mustache. So here is the honorable mention.
Let the battle begin. Go!
Before continuing, I will show you the new game I got for the Nintendo Switch, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's an adventure game where you control a man named Zelda. In this game, Zelda can jump. Zelda can attack enemies with his equipped weapon. Zelda can swim. Zelda can run. Zelda can climb walls. Zelda can eat fruit to recharge his energy. This game encourages you to explore the world with Zelda. Zelda is one of the most iconic video game characters in history. Mega Man is the main character of Mega Man game. Sonic is the main character of Sonic games. Mario is the main character of Mario game. Bomberman is the main character of Bomberman game. Street Fighter is the main character of Street Fighter game. Blinks is the main character of Blinks game, so we can deduce that Zelda is the main character of Zelda game. This is an infallible logic. Infallible logic.
I'm Link, but everyone calls me Zelda because of Harm in Canada, and it pisses me off. I'll attack him.
Zelda, what are you doing in Hardman, Canada's neighborhood? I advise you to leave.
Otherwise, someone will die. I'm talking about you, Zelda.
Zelda, if you take one more step, I promise you that you will regret it.
I've no choice to run away. Not crazy enough to fight against this guardian angel who's extremely strong.
Top 6. Cyclic Soul, Indivisible. This is the final dungeon of Indivisible. This game is an RPG with elements of platforming. During the last dungeon, you have to navigate the most difficult platform segment of the game. In this level, you climb a mountain. The mountain that is so high that you reached another dimension halfway through your journey. An epic journey that will remain engraved in my memory for all eternity. Furthermore, you also fight against the strongest villain in the game who shows you no mercy. I've died countless of times in this level, especially when I replay the game at expert difficulty during my gameplay in the New Game Plus. Despite the intense difficulty of a long dungeon, I was able to complete my mission thanks to the music, which kept me motivated. The emotion reflected by this music perfectly expresses the danger you go through in this sick dungeon. This music is called Cyclic Soul because you feel the emotion emitted by this music through your soul. Hello Hardman Canada. I follow your channel since the days of GameStop, where GameStop brought you the game of Atelier Totori. I want to say thank you for your videos. For my favorite final level music, I'm not sure if it's appropriate, but the game is not made for a huge public yet, and the game uses royalty-free music. This is the music of Winter Bell, the final area before the final boss and the true ending of Black Souls 2. I love this song because the game is saying goodbye to their characters and the feeling is reinforced with this melancholic music. Top 5 Theme of Zangief. My top 5 come from the worst Street Fighter game, Street Fighter the movie, a game based on a movie based on a game. In Street Fighter the movie there are 5 bosses and one final boss and 2 second to last bosses. Bison is the final boss, but there are 4 second to last bosses that comes randomly during the second last level. They are DJ, Vega, Sagat and Zangief. In this universe, Zangief and DJ are bad guy and they are friends with Mr. Bison. Listen to the music of Zangief, the penultimate boss.
Round 1, fight!
As you can see, the developer put zero effort on gameplay, but all the budget went to the music. This game is bad. But I must admit that the music of the game are very good. It's among the best in the Street Fighter series. Zangief music is without a doubt an unprecedented experience. I shall never forget this day. I will cherish this memory deep in my heart. I must thank the music composer of this music. This music is so good that it doesn't bother me that I'm getting beaten to death by this monster, Zangief. In this universe, Zangief is a bad guy and I'm glad he's a good guy in the main series of Street Fighter. We can feel that Zangief is a force of nature through this extravagant music. On top of that, sometimes other bosses uses the theme of Zangief.
Round 1, fight!
It's ironic that one of the worst Street Fighter game have some of the best music in the series.
You lose. You lose. Hadouken! You lose.
Excuse me, where is the House of Hardman Canada?
Before that, I have 3 questions for you. Who are you? Why are you looking for Hardman Canada? And who sent you?
I am Cotton, a witch who would do anything to eat giant candies. Hardman Canada put my game in the honorable mention, so it means that my game will not be number 1. It disappoints me. The person who sent me is a secret, but he gave me 3 giant candies to attack Hardman Canada.
I am Docolocolo, Hardman Canada's guardian angel.
So you are Docolocolo. What a coincidence. We have no choice but to fight. I was warned that you are very powerful, but unlike the others, I'm not afraid of you. I have anti-angel magic that can kill an S-rank angel. I was hired because of this rare ability.
Haha, I understand now. I have a proposition for you. I have 20 giant candies. I will give it to you if you join my team and you betray the person who sent you.
That is a deal. I will betray my friends with pleasure. They were boring anyways. They don't like my gossips. Angel Gabriel, the most powerful angel in the universe, is scared of me. Hominid Botanist Sasquatch sent several people to attack Hardman Canada. He gave me 3 giant candies. He hides in a nearby forest near the Hardman Canada's neighborhood.
Thank you for the information. It is another trick of Bigfoot Yeti Sasquatch little brother. Top 4 Blaze Blue, Sword of Doom.
Hager, get a grip! Look, I'm sorry, but I gotta take back what I said earlier. You need to buy us some time. Noel Vermillion is right there. He's about to start smelting.
Hey, Kokonoi, did you say Noel Vermillion?
It's the world's eye, so alive!
Gigantic fingers! Gigantic fingers!
This is the music of the secret final level where you fight the secret final boss. In this fight, you fight against Mute 12, and she shows you no mercy in battle. Not only the music is very good, but the lyric of the song express the feeling of the final boss. She is mad at the world and wants to bring the world into eternal darkness to punish everyone that made her suffer. This song is beautiful and sad at the same time. You can feel her desperation in this music. You want to help her, but you need to fight her. You want to help her because you have empathy for what she has suffered in life, but you had no choice to fight her to save the life of countless innocent people. This is my favorite music of the Blaze Blue franchise. This beautiful and sad music have the perfect atmosphere for a difficult final boss. They kept the best music for the secret final boss, and it is secretly good. La prochaine section est la musique préférée des Linkiora. Hello old man, I'm a recent fan of your music even if I don't usually comment. Thank you for your work. My number one is Warrior Orochi 4, Twilight of God. My number 2 is Splatoon 3, The Spirit Lifter. Top 3 Metal Squad. Metal Squad from Thunder Force 4 again is one of the best music I've ever heard in video game history. This is the music of the second to last level. The game has 10 levels, but this is the 8th level. In this exceptional situation, it is considered the second to last level because level 10 is actually the second part of level 9. This heavy metal music is a reward for reaching the second to last level in a difficult game. Most players don't survive long enough to make it this far. The first time I listened to this music, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I heard because I didn't think it was possible for a 16-bit console to make a music of this level of quality. This music came from another dimension that surpassed the understanding of our puny human brain. In this level, you fight against several mini-bosses in epic battle. It's really amazing because it feels like an electric guitarist is playing in front of you to encourage you through this difficult moment in the game. If this music had a physical form, everyone will be blinded by its glory. The Thunder Force 4 is one of the best shoot 'em up. Gameplay, graphic, and music was pushed to the limit of the console in this game, and this music will make you understand why Thunder Force 4 has such a good reputation. These are Lecorbak's final level music. Number 1. Fire Emblem Echoes Shadow of Valentia, Twilight of God. Number 2. Tuhu Memento of All Organism, Memory of Fossil Energy. For Twilight of God, I was surprised to hear this music for the first time. Basically, Fire Emblem Echo is a 3DS remake of Fire Emblem Gaiden, released on the Super Nintendo in 1992. The original version of this music is only lasted 42 seconds, which has already not bad for the time. But this version on 3DS is an orchestral version of almost 4 minutes with opera singers. This music is for me the best music in the entire Fire Emblem series, and is perfect music for a final boss fight. Now for Memento of All Organism, Memory of Fossil Energy, is the music of the second part of the final boss of Tuhu 17.5. Since the whole game is a succession of boss fights, there are not really any stage to speak of. Basically, the first time you fight the final boss, it only has one phase, but you redo the game with certain characters that you unlock after clearing the game. The boss now has a phase 2, which is extremely brutal with this theme. The character I faced in the second phase with for the first time was Murasa. She is a character who hits quite hard but who has terrible mobility. Already you can't jump in the base game. To move Murasa, you basically have to drop your anchor here where you want to move by managing the momentum of your anchor. It's pretty horrible. On top of that, the final boss threw thousands of tricks at the screen, making it nearly impossible not to get hit. And her pattern is a pattern that forces you to master your character movement perfectly, otherwise you will die. I spent more than 2 hours before I managed to beat the second phase of the boss the first time. The theme of this boss is crazy and fits perfectly with the madness of the character and the frustration that this boss brings. The rhythm is so fast and lively that above all goes all over the place in terms of melody. A a particularity that we find in a lot of Zune music. Zune is known to frequently use signatures other than 4x4, such as Provincial Mackay City, Esoteria, which is 11x4, which give a very difficult melody to understand, or Lunar Clock, which changed its signature to 8 times the same music. But it's quite strange to see so many variations in the melody with 4x4 music, where usually a 4x4 music is well known for having very simple melodies, and Zune reserve the more exotic melodies for music with weird time signatures. The composition is magnificent, and it is a feast for the ears. And even though I am not a big fan of the boss myself, the fact that this boss has this music makes me want to suffer again and again and again while we're fighting the boss. And that's when you realize how much music can change your opinion of a game. Because if the theme hadn't been good, I think I would have thrown the game out of the window a long time ago, and since this game is directly on my computer, I would have thrown out my computer. So we can say that this music saved my computer. Number 2, Dr. Kozak Citadel 2 from Mega Man 4. Dr. Kozak is the final boss of Mega Man 4. Dr. Kozak is a robotic engineer who wants to take over the world. He created the most powerful robot on the planet, like Wingman, Ferroman, Skullman, and Brightman, to do crimes. Mega Man goes on a mission to save the world. Once you get to the last part of the last level, you will listen to this beautiful, emotional music. In most Mega Man games, the last level is an epic action-oriented music that gives you the adrenaline rush. But in Mega Man 4, it's an exception. The music of the last level makes you feel like it's a moment of truth because the music has a melancholic tone and you feel a bit of sadness through this music. You can feel the desperation of Dr. Kozak to complete his mission. In this part of the game, you discover the reason why Dr. Kozak became evil. To avoid spoiler, I'm not going to tell you the reason, but all I can tell you is that Dr. Kozak was a good guy. He was genuinely a good guy, but he became bad because of a tragic event. Once you found out the reason, you will take pity on him. You will feel sorry for what happened to him that you want to cry. You want to help him, but you have to stop him to save the world. It's a conflicting interest of emotion. In my opinion, Dr. Kozak Citadel 2 is the best music of the last level of the Mega Man series. You have the impression that you are witnessing the ending of a movie that have a really big plot twist. On top of that, Mega Man 4 is the first Mega Man game I played in my life and became a Mega Man fan thanks to this game. The first time I played this game was at a friend's house when I was 4 years old, but the game was too hard for me at that time. I played Mega Man 4 again years later when I was 11 and I got to the last level. It was an extraordinary accomplishment for me because of the difficulty of the game, and this music was a nice reward. It's thanks to Mega Man 4 that I'm a fan of Mega Man, and this music reminds me why I love Mega Man game. Mega Man 4 is a game that has a special place in my heart.
I have bad news. Cotton betrayed us. She has no honor. Docolocolo is looking for you.
Wait a minute, you are not going to escape easily after all the trouble you put me through. Prepare yourself, someone needs to teach you a lesson.
Final mission, start!
RJ Shakan. Hello Hardman Canada. First of all, thank you for your videos full of passion and sincerity. It's been several years since I discovered your channel, since the video of Shipman, and it's always a pleasure to follow your videos. So a big thank you once again. Choosing two favorite themes from the last level is not easy because we are necessarily obligated to leave aside other incredible and striking music, but I will try anyway. Number 1, Metal Slug 4, Secret Place. I really like this theme because it conveys both a sense of stress and accomplishment. The first part of the music has a very regular but also a frantic rhythm which gives us the impression that time is running out and that this last mission will be very dangerous. The second part of the music is more epic, and it gives courage to the players and make him feel more powerful and brave. It's music that gives you strength to save the universe. Number 2. Castlevania Bloodline, Calling from Heaven. In addition to being very beautiful musical composition, the theme of the last level of Castlevania Bloodline is imbued. I found with a certain melancholy in its chords. It makes you understand that this is the final test, that there is no turning back, and that tonight Dracula will bite the dust. I found this music both sad and heroic. For me, it symbolized the fight of good against evil, of light against darkness. If this music was a Pokemon, it will be a dark fairy type Pokemon. Yes, and I can see, and this is proof that you know me that you've been following me for several years, because I often compare non-Pokemon related things to Pokemon type. By the way, your Castlevania music is also in my honorable mention, and it is not a coincidence. I agree with you. The music is very, very good. By the way, before I show you my number 1, I'm going to show you something. Have you noticed that among my fans' favorite final level music, the music that came up the most often came from these games? Twilight of God from Fire Emblem and Mr. X from Mega Man 6. Furthermore, the music of Warrior Orochi 4 is also called Twilight of God. Is this a coincidence? Because it seems to me that each final level music that is called Twilight of God seems to become the best music in history. These music have something special because several of my fans who don't know each other have chosen the same music. It's possible that my fans talk to each other to play a trick on me, but it is very, very unlikely. So, objectively, the final level music of Fire Emblem and Mega Man 6 must be the best final level music in video game history because they are the most popular with my fans. It is not based on my opinion. It is based on your opinion. All of you. All of my fans, you help me discover what is the best final level music. I applaud all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You did something amazing. So, because of that, I'm going to put this music as my end credit music. My way to say thank you to you. Wow. Thank you very much. Number 1. Welcome from the game Ape Escape 1. The name of this music is called Welcome. This is the last level of the main story of Ape Escape 1. There are 2 versions of this music, the PSP version and the PlayStation 1 version.
Hi-ya! 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 Ow!
I prefer the PSP version because the trumpet instruments are better used. With this music, we feel that this is the climax of your grand adventure. I will explain the context to make you understand how epic this music is. In this game, monkeys want to become the dominant species on the planet and they want to enslave humans, and the monkey travel back in time to change the course of history. During your adventure, you went to the prehistoric era, the Ice Age, the Antiquity, the Middle Age, and the Modern Era to stop the monkeys' plan. You fight against dinosaurs, mammoths, knights, ninjas, and robots from the future. At the beginning of the game, your character was weak and he was complex by his weakness, but at the last level, your character became very strong. Before you start the last level, your professor says that he is proud of you because you made yourself very strong, which gives you a lot of courage before you do the final mission.
Thanks for saving me. I'm so glad to see you, and glad to see you're safe. You've gotten stronger.
Thanks to your gadgets, Professor.
No, the gadgets don't contain any real power. It's all in how you were able to use them. The true power is inside of you, Spike. You've grown, you've learned a lot, and you've truly become stronger.
In addition, throughout your adventure, you fight against your rival many times, but before you start your last mission, you fight against your rival for one last time, and you made peace with your rival and you became friends again. A very touching moment before you start your final mission. Look at the way the last level starts.
Hi-ya!
At the beginning, there is a silence that tells you that you have to be careful. You are in enemy territory. But as soon as an enemy detects you, the enemy sound the alarm and the music starts. It's the best beginning of any music of any final level I ever saw in my life. The last level is the longest level in the game. Each level lasts about 10 minutes in average, but the last level took me more than 4 hours the first time I played. The last level is no joke. You fight against the strongest enemies in the game. The platform segments are extremely difficult. You found yourself on a flying castle that goes so high that you can see the planet Earth on the background for an unparalleled atmosphere. Pun intended. When you see the planet Earth with this epic music, you realize that you are the last human left who is able to defeat the final boss. You realize that you have gone through several difficult trials in your adventure. This music represents the highest degree of your legendary adventure. The basic of this music is splendid because you feel the danger, and the trumpet. The bass of this music is splendid because you feel the danger, and the trumpet of this music have a heroic element. Also, when you fight against the second to last boss who protect the key that opened the door to the final boss. This music continues to play to amplify the atmosphere of the situation. You fight against the strongest enemy in the game in space to save humanity. This is my favorite final level music. This is an S rank music.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You did a good job. I'm proud of you.
Thank you for protecting me. Thanks to you, no one came to attack me today.
I thought Omonid Botanid Sasquatch, but he fled after our fight. Camellia helped him to escape. By the way, I have a present for you.
Cool! I have a new arcade stick. I can now train better with the game of Street Fighter 6.